President, just a brief one, a successful meeting with SWAG. Tell us, how important are events like this for the media?
Well, I think it's very important. The media is always looking for content. And I want to believe that a number of times when the media is overly and hypercritical of the FA, I guess sometimes it's as a result of lack of information about the inner workings of the FA. So when you have such a collaborative effort with the FA, where a keen agenda is set to brief the media about the inner workings of the FA and seek that collaboration with the media, I think it works both ways. And for me, it's so important to the workings of the media.
So effective today, what actually do you intend to see within our media space?
Well, I think, as we've always been sermonizing, it's about objectivity, it's about principled reportage, it's not about setting an agenda. And as I indicated, we'll continue to play our roles as gatekeepers. We'll continue to play our roles as keeping the FA on their toes, but not necessarily getting vitriolic and cynical about everything the FA does and to paint the FA in a very negative light, because our job as professionals is to say it as it is and to be as discerning and as objective as possible. And I think that is what we've been preaching all this while. It is important for us to understand that for us to gain the confidence of our readers and our listeners and our viewers, it's important to let them understand that we are professionals who always relay the information to them as it is, objectively, dispassionately, as possible, without necessarily setting needless agenda to destroy the very product that ensures our survival.
My last question definitely will have to do with, people claim that the FA is trying to buy the conscience of the media by engaging us to build the capacity of media, and that it is not the responsibility of the FA to build the capacity of media. Is this an attempt to gag the media from being objective towards the FA or criticize the FA?
Let me put it on record that when my administration took over SWAG, if you remember candidly, I did indicate that we're not going to be defined by just honoring sportsmen and sportswomen, but to build the capacity of sports journalists. And we're doing this over the period. We are in collaboration with Betway, for instance. We've been to the regions. As we speak on Friday, we're going to the Volta region. We've been to the Eastern region, to the Western region. So we've been building the capacity. This is only to complement our efforts. And I'm just wondering how, in this day and age, the FA is capable of gagging the media. As sports journalists, once you lose your integrity, you are finished as journalists. And I don't think the FA can even succeed in doing that, even if that is the agenda. I don't think that is the agenda of the FA at all. That the FA will set out to gag the media. It is absolutely impossible. So the cynicism and the skepticism and the suspicion and the mistrust must pave way for an atmosphere and a relationship of trust. Trust does not mean that constantly pandering to the whims of the FA. Neither does it mean that also being vitriolic all the time. It's about being objective and singing the praises of the FA when they deserve it and being critical of them when we have to. For example, I want to believe that coming from their NAS expose, where football got on its knees, and the COVID pandemic, I personally feel that the Kedo administration has done extremely well to get football back and running. So, for example, if a journalist makes that comment, it does not necessarily mean that that journalist has been bought, as it were. At the same time, within this period, we've been very critical about the nature of the pitches that we have in this country. Some qualify as potato pitches, and we've been very critical, and the FA has been very proactive. A number of them have been fixed overnight. The club licensing regime has been brilliant. So that is what we'll continue to do. Because at the end of the day, it's not about serving the interests of an individual. It's about serving the supreme interest of Ghana football. Because when that game flourishes, that we flourish as journalists.
Thank you very much. I wish you all the best.